Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, today on the No Hope Estate, we are going to be doing Homecoming for the Duchess, which is a modded quest in the courtyard where you go and get a lot, and I mean a lot, of Crimson Court trinkets. The reward in of itself is 2 random Crimson Court trinkets generated from the vanilla heroes and whatever modded heroes you have in there. It doesn't necessarily give you the Duchess's Crimson Court trinkets, which is fine. And then the rewards in there, I believe there's at least 1, if not 2, Crimson Court chests in there. So on top of this, you'll be getting like whatever that chest gives you. And then if you're really lucky, you get more Crimson Court trinkets as a drop in there. So if you're really lucky, I think my record is getting out of there with a grand total between everything of 6 Crimson Court trinkets. So we'll just have to see how lucky we are. Now, that being said, it is a harder quest for a apprentice. It is not recommended to go in there with level 0s. The quest recommends you go in there with level 2, kind of like the Crocodilian quest or the starter for the Crimson Courtyard. So my party in here is not recommended at all. How I'm doing this is not recommended at all. It's recommended to go in there with healing. It's recommended to go in there with stress healing and a little bit of stuns as well. Don't be like me. It's really recommended to go in there with like healing, all that jazz. This is just my sort of tomfoolery. If you really want to see how detrimental it can be to go in there with some level 0s, I will link a different video in a card right here, and you can see just how bad it went with a fire team, which I forgot how just of a good of a debuff resistance everything had in here. And yeah, you can see just how well that worked out for me with level 0 fire team. And I don't recommend doing that either, but it's funsies, so do what you want to do. But Homecoming. The Duchess wishes that all of the Crimson Court's eyes be drawn to her arrival. A daring raid on their coffers is in order. So it is a short, but if you want to do everything in here, it is a little bit of a longer one. I'd say it's on par with like a medium. There are a bit more fights in here. The fights are harder, like I said. In this case, I'm getting 5,000 gold, 12 crests, the 10 flute for the leper, which I cannot use on this estate unless I edit out the on crit all heroes get -2 stress because of, well, this estate doesn't let me heal stress in combat. And, well, I suppose I already had the on crit stress heal that I didn't edit out, but nonetheless, I'm not going to add more effects to that. And it does get me Frida's Ring, which is the whole reason I'm doing this. Plus 10 protection, enables riposte for the White Priestess 1 time around, and the riposte essentially gives all enemies 2 blight for 2 rounds. So let's see what we're doing here. Quinn, our Falconer, who I didn't set up skills on, is mainly going to be using Flank Gouge. That way she can do plus 80% damage versus anything that is bleeding. The rest of the team will be setting up the bleeding for her, and then she's going to be finishing them off. And then we have Spirited Cry, where if she is in rank 2, because we have someone she will be dancing with, she can get stealth, and while she is stealth, she gets plus 15 crit. Otherwise, I can flip this back into ranger form. Everyone gets plus 8 crit, and she clears stuns. Also be having Heavy Barrage as a reposition. Basically what it does is she shuffles herself as a free action. And then I'm going to have Ravage, which can be used as a free bleed on anything in the back rows if I can't hit them. For trinkets, because this is the Crimson Courtyard, Torch never goes below 100. We have plus 15% damage on her, and plus 10 dodge, giving her a total of 15 dodge. And then Dismiss's Head, because she is our damage dealer, doing plus 25% damage. We then have Serena, the Krakenslayer. She's kind of our second big damage dealer, but she's also our kind of heavy bleeder here, mainly using blood in the water. So this does a 1 for 6 bleed, but it also debuffs the target, so they get a plus 50% bleed duration received. So a 1 for 6 turns into a 1 for 9 after the debuff. We're also going to be using Skewer, which does a 3 for 1 bleed, but it kind of works in perpetuity. So if this is a hit on a big target, basically after every action the target does, or every attack, it will do a subsequent bleed on them for 1 for 3 round. Kind of a weird actor dot thing that works in the background, but think of this as they have a chance to get bled after every time they do it in action. We're then going to have Reel 'em in, which will move her into rank 4 if she's in rank 1, and we'll pull a target by 3. We then have Reel 'em In, that will move her into rank 3 or 4 depending upon her rank, and will pull her target into rank 1, lowering their speed, lowering their dodge, and setting her up for the kill, which does plus 75% damage versus bleeding and plus 50% crit versus size 2, and also does armor piercing, so it can finish things off rather easily. For her trinkets, we have Warrior's Cap for plus accuracy on all melee skills, which all of her skills are, and a Bleed Stone just so we get a little bit more of a bleed chance on her skills. I didn't put a second trinket on him. We're then going to have Drulin, our Saw Hunter, with Bloodletting Teeth. It does a 1 for 3 bleed. Into the Wound, doing plus 75% damage versus anything that is bleeding. Serrated Knife, hitting the back 2 rows, 2 for 3 bleed. And then Augur of Erebus, if I need to de-stealth anything. I can't remember if anything does stealth in this one, just because of Courtyard, plus I want it to be safe. And then we have Bloodshot Eyeball, giving him plus 5 accuracy, plus 7 accuracy if anything is stealth, and he will ignore stealth, so he can easily hit anything. Not that I need Augur of Erebus, but I really didn't have anything else to do, just because I'm not using Hunter's Salutation until I get the Crystallizing Cold Blood. Then we have the Vital Stone, so he gets plus 4 accuracy on all of his skills. Then we finally have Scarlet the Duchess, just because I wanted to use Scarlet in her homecoming. She does have the Crimson Curse, so I do have to be careful and remember to bring the blood this time around. The 2 moves I'm going to be focusing on are Crimson Downpour, just because this has a plus bleed amount received for all of our bleeding heroes. So that's a plus 37% amount received. And also comes with a bleed attached to it, so it's a 3 for 3 bleed on the back 3 rows. Then we have Thirst for Power, which does versus bleeding or on bleed, gives her a plus 17% damage and a plus 12 protection, and also, regardless of her form, does a 3 for 3 bleed. Then I also, just if I want to do damage, have Noble Obligation, does plus 20% damage received versus whoever I'm targeting, pulls by 2, and minus 40% damage on them. For our trinkets, we have Nobusuma's Glare, which gives her, because I will be using her mainly in beast form, essentially a plus 15 accuracy, plus 35% crit. That's not like all attacks get a plus 35% crit. That's plus a 35% crit to whatever crit they have. So the 4 crit here would turn into roughly a 5.5 crit, I think is how that works. For some downsides that it has minus 10% max HP on her, so she is down to 31 before anything else. If I get Holy Water in my inventory, she loses 25% more max HP, and if I have Minor Omamori in the inventory, she gets minus 25% max damage down. Few downsides to that trinket, but some major upsides, and right now I don't really care about her damage, and her max HP is pretty high, so I wanted the accuracy on her to make sure those would land. For her other trinket, we have Makiek's Head to make sure the debuff land, because I really want that extra bleed amount received to land so I can bleed them for even more from Crimson Downpour. So let's go get a few trinkets, let's have some fun. As I said earlier, this quest is dangerous and longer than usual. It's a longer than usual short. Level 2 heroes are recommended. Still proceed? Yes. So it's just a short in the fact of you do not get trinkets. So I'm going to be very prepared in this and make sure I don't have bad things happen to me. I'm going to bring a few extra bloods just to trade. And I'm going to bring a few torches just to be able to up my accuracy. A foolhardy adventurer recently went missing within the courtyard. If their knapsack can be found, they may well be nearby.
Soaked and sinking, these stone terraces and...
So as you can see, there's not too many rooms, and you can really make a easy loop around.
Well-remembered regret.
Oh, I forgot to give her the blood, so I screwed that one up. There we go. I was going to give that guy blood.
The abyss returns.
Alright, we're gonna Bloodletting Teeth onto the ghoul, because I don't want him to stun us. We are going to adapt. Did I not equip all of her skills? I did not. Then Flank Gouge onto the ghoul. Affliction. Crimson Downpour to up bleed received onto Ghoul. We got the debuff. Ouchie. There's more than half of her health in a single hit. Then we're going to Blood in the Water onto the Ghoul, which missed. Even with our plus accuracy. Lovely. Thirst for Power. Bleed the Ghoul. Ghoul is bleeding for 9 of the 13. Into the wound, Ghoul down.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
And through the eyes of the Strumpet. I don't understand why they renamed all the Courtyard Plus stuff, but maybe that's just a localization thing.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, well, we got Tough Bandages for the Silent, plus 30% plus 30 protection, and on attack miss, plus 20 protection, Emerald, and more blood. We're gonna need it. Alright, we should be good. Just wanted to use that food right away. If I remember right, there's more food in this branch, so let's go here. I should have brought more shovels.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Well, we can dig through this. Actually gonna torch up. We're gonna get the food so we can heal after combat. 8 food, 1,000 gold.
Now it must be carried home.
Actually gonna use them that so we're not in such bad shape. And we're gonna go here. And the goal is to complete 100% of room battles. Which, if I remember right, I just have to go to the end here. And we can call it that there. Did we seriously hit 100 stress already? Holy hell.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
Well... reposition. And flank. Double miss. Well, it's serrated knives, these two.
Precision and power.
Blood in the Water on a Supplicant.
Impressive.
And then we'll bleed the back 3 with Crimson Downpour. Hell, this is gonna go lovely. Alright. Let's take this. Now let's take a Sycophant out. They can heal.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright, into... Crush Fly. Because now Supplicant is gonna bleed out. Can Blood in the Water this one.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And our Falconer passed. Lovely. I think it's a combination of the stress attacks and then the Duchess doing the thing.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely...
Alright, well, let's use this. Let's use the anti-venom. And continue on. Also probably use the torch, and before I forget... we want Gouge, we want Eye Thief, we want Spirited Cry, then Barrage. Yeah, this is gonna go well. Shite.
Without tools of iron, you must
30 stress.
flesh and indefatigable purpose.
That might have been the extra stress from claustrophobia, the fact that she was already selfish. And we might have been able to get something from that, but well. Keep going. We can ignore that.
Cruel machinations spring to life with a single.
Alright. How bad is this gonna go? 42 stress from that. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Unholy hell. Like, you can account for so much, but when they just hit you for 42 stress,
As the
I'm sorry.
a faint hope blossoms.
We're having a heart attack. Yeah, Quinn, I'm sorry, but
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
when it's that much stress coming at you that quickly, an apprentice.
Continually onslaught. Destroy them all.
Not sure there's much I can do about that.
Victories mount. So too will resistance.
I can actually go down here and get the stress down. We're gonna do that. One hit worth of stress. Alright, default party order. Open the strong box. Hey, stuff I don't need. Yay. Unholy hell, this is bad.
A fortune.
Can take those. Don't think I have room for the deeds. We'll get rid of the citrines and I mean, the Heartburst hood is not the greatest, but at the same time it is. So let's get rid of the money. If I find another emerald somehow, that's worth more than the gold. Gonna bleed the back rows. I have to go for it. So Monstrous Affliction, Crimson Downpour. When I'm sorry. Do it. Oh, I am so disappointed in you. You can at least take out the Corpse Eater. And if Quinn takes any more stress, she's going to have a heart attack and die. So Affliction, so you don't cause more stress. Thirst for power on the Corpse Eater, so it bleeds out. It's taking 8 around. Blood in the water on the Strumpet, it bleeds out. Everything comes forward. Into the wound on Corpse Eater.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Can I control Quinn, please? At least you hit the wrong person. Thank you, Adapt. This would do 2. But with that, it would do 3. Or it can do Gouge and do a lot more. Bleeding it. I believe it's got 1 health left. Into the wound. Thank you. Thank you, Drulin.
Greater
Alright, taking the anti-venom, taking that. Using the food. And getting rid of those because they're, like, virtually worthless. Black market delicacies on this file, plus healing done. If food is in inventory, I can't heal. Unless I'm healing with food. Plus healing received if food is in inventory. Plus, once again, same argument. And then minus bleed and blight resistance. If food is in inventory, same argument. If I'm lowering my resistances to up how much healing I'm doing with food, it's not a very good argument to have that trinket equipped. We need the Esquire down. Yeah, go for the Esquire. Bleed him. I'm not gonna transform. Ah, hell. She's at 0 again.
Fear consumes the mind.
With a whore. You can hit the supplicant. I am genuinely surprised she survived both that and the bleed death door.
Or cowardice.
But then I don't get to control her. Well, she at least changed back. And she's in this loop.
A brilliant confluence of skill and
At least she stealthed herself. This is bad. This is very bad. So if I hit for 4, this one goes dead. I'll do that on Drulin. Let's bleed the supplicant. Get rid of your bleed. Hit Esquire down. Esquire can't AoE us or do anything horrible. There.
another life wasted.
And Serena's down.
Glory and gold.
And now our Duchess is ravenous.
This
And Gwen is down.
for the weak or foolhardy.
What's the debuff here? Minus accuracy. We can deal. Somehow I didn't hit a 91. Yeah, let's just challenge her as a reprisal now then.
Devastating blow.
At least we got the attack back.
A hand
Oh, come on.
becoming unwound.
Well. Yeah, reprisal. And she's down. Okay. Take my trinkets back, see what I have room for.
Remind yourself.
Got the emerald like I had mentioned. Don't have room for the blood. I know there's at least 2 fights. I can prevent nighttime ambush. And then I can heal a bit. Alright. Got this. We got this. Oh, I want the bleedstone back. Emeralds. Just in case. Then we go down here. Durlin, come on. Thank you. Thank you, man.
A
Good
moment
day.
of clarity
Good day.
in the eye of the storm.
So we're just gonna go down here. We're gonna take the curio, which we can turn onto campfire. We're gonna use the camp. We're gonna go down here. I think it's one battle in the hallway. It's one battle in the room. Bear, what do you need, honey? Alright, let's go. It had been grappling my arm since the last battle, since they wanted to go get food. Like, yes, I know you want food, but it's right there. Do I really have to walk 5 feet so you can go eat? It's around the corner. Yes, I had to walk the 5 feet. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the survival guide because it's not letting me use the firewood. Then we're gonna use the firewood. Beast for the stress.
The battle may yet be won.
Then we're gonna wound care on both. I have to Sanguinary Consultation to prevent nighttime ambush. And then I'm curious about 2 things here. Does Bloodletting get rid of her Crimson Curse? It does not. I ask this because a lot of things get rid of diseases or cure diseases, especially modded ones, cure the Crimson Curse. That did not. Then we're gonna Yarnum Spar, up dodge on both of them, up crit on both. It suffers a bit of damage, unfortunately. So the wound care did not do as much. And we're gonna rest. I'm gonna have to submit that one to Cerebral, I think. And down we go. Can heal with this. Or not, because I don't have the medicinal herbs anymore. And here's our fight. Night is going to be the biggest problem here.
The blood.
But we need to get rid of these other guys first. Resisted the bleed. Almost no bleed resistance and resisted the bleed.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
And then she... Oh, I need to get out of here, don't I? If I can get out of this fight, I'll probably hold off on completing it. Just because things have gone so sideways.
Feeding the evil therein. Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss. Survival is a
Oh boy.
proposition. In this
I think everything that was in my inventory just got actually permanently lost.
where there is no peril in the task, there can be no glory in its accomplishment. To the resourceful thief, burials are merely ephemeral affairs.
It all went... I should have noticed, or should have ran, actually, when I got afflicted on Quinn because of those 50 stresses that I was taking. And I did not. There go some really good trinkets. And now I have this to recover some of my trinkets here. I just don't know how to go about it. Just because I'm not allowed to stress heal or stun. I wonder, I wonder about something here. I need to see if I have the heroes available to do something. It's what, 3 rounds with him? 4? Who's my tankiest person? Who has the most health of anyone? I have an idea. It could be Pernicosis, but Reynald's a close second. Okay. I have a very horrible idea for this. And it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. We're gonna put the Stone Clamshell Shield on him, and then I don't even have a debuff stone. He has Maciek's head, so I have to hope that this lands. Okay. So then he gets Bearsten's head as a second, so that gives him plus 40 protection, 45 protection. So he takes almost half damage. Then Sahar, dodge Stone Captain's bottle. I know I just put Pernicosis in here, but that's gonna have to wait. And then we can have someone else go in there. Hagiomania Apogene. And then everyone here is going to level, which is unfortunate, but it's something we need to do. Plan here is that Pernicosis gets the accuracy. With the accuracy, he can lower the bird's accuracy. Sahar is here just as a target with dodge, and I'm hoping that we can do enough with the dodge there to keep Sahar alive. Finn is also lowering accuracies, and Reynald is there as the main person I want targeted because the protection, but then the Stone Clamshell Shield is lowering the accuracies, and we're gonna see how this goes, and I'm hoping everyone gets out of here alive. Because I do actually need to figure out how to go about the Shrieker. Because otherwise, I don't get trinkets back. We debuffed him, so minus accuracy. Holy water. Lower accuracy. So minus 25. Still hit. Minus 45. But then, okay, he came back around. Get minus the bleed there. Plus protection, so 65 there. Alright, Sahar could at least dodge. Getting rid of our accuracy issues, trying to shove, lowering his accuracy, that's not a thing, okay. Swift. Now we'll do Juggernaut here. The plus protection at least, and the riposte. Yeah, we did some damage. I am kind of surprised at how much he's hitting us with that minus accuracy. Oh, dodge that.
Inspiration and improvement.
Come on, birdie. Come on. lower that accuracy. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. At least you didn't bleed Finn, but you didn't go for anyone that was marked. I don't think we have too much longer here, thankfully. I mean, he's even tearing Pernicosis apart.
Set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
My plan did not work
Devastating blow.
at all. And we might be having a heart attack on Finn.
Reeling, gasping, taken over the edge into madness.
Come on, Finn, you're okay. You're okay. Oh. 98 and we got a powerful.
Anger is power.
98 and we got the powerful. No heal, no stress, mostly apprentice. Shrieker done. Give me my trinkets back. Oh, they're beautiful. I didn't get half the stuff I wanted back. But Diggs's head, which I had lost, Magic's head, the Brawler's gloves, and the surgical gloves almost makes up for losing the handle. Oh, it's beautiful. And everyone hits level 3. Okay. Corvid's blindness on Finn, scurvy, and bloodthirsty, so Finn just needs help. Resolution on Pernicosis. Diphtheria on Reynold, so minus damage, plus blight resistance, plus stress. Lamentful on Sahar and Yokai Slayer. Everyone there needs a lot of work, so I do need to put a lot of time into them.
Truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent
Stagecoach, Trapper, Falconer. Okay. Yeah, I can medical ward these two. I think I'm gonna get rid of Risk Taker on Robin while I'm still here. Get another patient cell. Get rid of Lamentful there on Sahar. And then pretty much everyone there is okay. Reynold. Will only pray for stress relief. Okay. Alright. Now that that's done, I want the Gathering Swarm because I want that for Ghost with the trick I want to do with the Ante, so we're probably going to be doing that next time. Using both the Ante and Ghost for whatever shenanigans I have in store. Because Ante ups the amount of gold you can hold, and then on kill gold chance there. So I'm not sure what I'll be doing, but I'll be figuring something out there. And we'll be doing something. I'm not sure what. I'm really tempted to go get that from the Kraken, but I really don't want to do that now. I don't know, probably leveling up something in the wield here. Ooh, maybe the worms, because I want the blighting respirator. That'll probably be the plan for next time. Trying to take it easier, leveling up everyone I can, and just trying to take it slow, because I was kind of ramping things up. I thought I was doing really good, and then yeah, you just kind of saw where things went. So I probably need to be a little more careful, it looks like. So I'm gonna do that. So we'll see how things go. Probably take things a little slow. I do see trinkets I want, but I'm not sure I'm ready for those bosses. So careful is the word of the game. We'll see where things go. And that'll be it for this time. So as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.